Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing about this recent Bitcoin pump. I'm going to also be talking about altcoin season. Are we ready for altcoins to go completely crazy, or is there a small correction coming on the way before we're going to go higher? In this video I'm going to be discussing Bitcoin technical analysis, altcoins, the stock market, and so much more. So relax, get a glass of wine, a beer, a coffee, whatever you want, and enjoy the show. And this video, guys, is brought to you by our partner, Bluefin, the best and known KYC exchange. I use it for all of my trades. We are running now a promotion, 10% cash back up to $3,000 in bonus. You deposit, let's say 10,000, you're gonna get $1,000 back, $5,500. Only 5 people left, guys. Hurry up, trade, because you can also win $9,400. So there is a link in the description if you want to join Bluefin, guys. Best exchange ever. Bitcoin, $103,250. Looks like it's basically going totally crazy. But unlike so many other people that I see right now, they're all flipping bullish. They're all saying that they already knew that the bottom was in at 74,000. There is a big difference between those people and ourselves in our VIP group, where we said on the 11th of April 2025, update spot trading. Many altcoins are showing inverted head and shoulder, which is a reversal sign. The one I like are this one and this one, guys. So if my VIP members went and bought spot those coins over here, they should probably be up around plus 60 to 70%. That's the difference between, of course, the showing you the evidence that's what we did in our VIP group. Not only these guys, we have trading calls, trading ideas, we have everything over here, guys. Analysis every single day, spot trading. And I can tell you, with this upcoming alt season, we already know when we're going to get in, and especially we know when are we going to get out and how to utilize the risk management. So if you haven't done so, guys, and if you really want proper guidance to get yourself into the next level, whether you are a trader, you're an investor, guys, come on the VIP group. There is a link in the description with all of our trading results. So right now, BTC is basically, from a macroeconomic point of view, doesn't want to stop. And I'm going to be fully transparent with you. Unlike so many other, I would say, fake people that are saying that they, of course, found the bottom, they're long in Bitcoin and making 200, 300%, I went on a short position around this area over here with Bitcoin, in between 100,000, and I'm also adding around 103,000. So now my short position is around here. The question is, are we going to see a potential pullback? What is going to be our dynamics? Now, it's going to be a very important catalyst that you got to pay attention right now, and it's going to be next week. Is going to be the CPI, guys. CPI is going to come, and we need to see the CPI to come lower than expectation. Looking at so much data, it should be coming lower than expectation, and this could definitely, of course, fuel more rally and more continuation to the upside. Now, what I probably think I'm expecting right now is going to be the following. So if I'm going to go and dissect all of this Bitcoin macro chart, and then I'm going to show you as well the micro chart, is that BTC has 3 very important levels. The first level that we're going to take into consideration is going to be around this area, which is around $105,000 to $106,000. Next level, which I'm taking in consideration, is going to be around here, the 9 moving average, around $92,000 to $93,000. And of course, the last level is going to be from this point here. Now, what we need to be very, very careful is this fact over here, is that are we going to see a clear break already to the upside? Like that, we know potential retest to the upside, or are we going to see, first of all, a drop down to this area, perhaps to 92 to 93,000, and then we're going to see a continuation to the upside? Now, my opinion is going to be the following. Probably, if you saw already my target, I think I was already highlighting my target before, is that I'm expecting BTC potentially to go up to 137 to 138,000 dollars. I was basically showing in my previous videos. But also I'm going to release a video with a VIP group where I'm going to discuss all of this in much more details. But basically, what I'm expecting is that eventually we should be able to go up to this level here. Now, what I'm still not sure about is that is this the clear breakout, or are we going to see something like that? I know it sounds completely crazy. I don't want to scare you right now, but that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. I know that everything looks incredibly bullish right now. I know that the setup is like, to really break this on here and to go higher, which could be happening. I'm not saying that. But I'm telling you, I am basically now around 50% in cash, 50% invested, 50% in cash, because the risk right now is quite high. That we could be seeing a little bit of a correction to go down like that, and maybe do this way, or even to do something like that. So be very careful. If you are 100% invested when you are here, no financial advice, but consider readapting your portfolio a little bit. I'm not saying like, to sell everything, but because if we're going to see another drop like that due to so many factors, for example, something happening with the CPI next week coming higher than expectation or something like that, we are very extended, so we have to be super careful. Okay, so that's, I would say, I'm not saying that BTC is looking bad, but at the same time, you have to be careful. Now, let's have a look more intraday, what's going on, and then we're going to have a look at altcoins and also the stock market. So you can see that right now we're basically keep going like, higher. You can see we had a big impulse from here, consolidation, range, then another impulse. So right now, what I could be expecting, maybe we're going to be ranging for the next, I would say, probably today and tomorrow, as per the weekend. The weekend usually like very low volume. So what we could be seeing from here is going to be perhaps a fake pump coming from here, probably bringing us to 104, 105,000 dollars. And then I'm probably could be expecting, because of the CPI coming on Tuesday, a potential sell-off by institutions and, of course, the big boys. So probably what I could be expecting from there is going to be pump up to here, drop potentially down to this area, 100 to 101 or even lower. Okay, that's going to be, because as you can see, we are pretty much now into an upward channel. So if you're gonna be able to break the channel, then I can probably say we're gonna go to like a new all-time high. We're never gonna look back. But if you're not gonna be able to break it, then I could be expecting a little bit of a retracement in anticipation of the CPI, and then I guess we have to wait and see. So for BTC, that's gonna be my potential scenario. Now, another thing which I'm a little bit, again, skeptical about this pump, that I'm not sure 100%, and I know, like, many of you are super pumped, thinking, oh yeah, we're gonna go now to show some targets like 200,000, 300,000, Raul Pal back into the banana zone, all these kind of things. But at the same time, what I also don't like is the fact that we have a CME gap around this area. I think it was around $92,000, 90 to 91,000, and I really don't want this situation right now that everything is pumping to be basically a trap, to basically trap all these late longs and then boom, push it down to 92K and then pump it up again. So careful about the situation with the CME gap. But again, guys, I'm giving you right now some potential scenarios. I'm not here to scare you, because I mean, if you're gonna go on the weekly chart, even looking at, for example, the volume footprint, I'm gonna show you the volume footprint, which is actually quite interesting. And we observe what's happening inside the candles. Okay, so to give you the reality of the situation, I mean, to be honest, and I told you so many times that at this level here, 73, 75, we already had like a beautiful positive delta coming as plus 7,000 already at the level. Then you go plus 7,000, plus 11,000. That's actually big numbers coming from the big boys who are actually buying. So there's actually a very good sign of lots of money coming in. Because if you had like a negative delta coming to here, then I would be a little bit more cautious. But at the same time, guys, this looks quite good. So, but again, we're getting quite extended right now. Be careful about the situation. But again, if you're gonna be able to break here, probably I would say 113, 114. Oh, it's gonna be quite spectacular. Maybe something like this, and then up to this way. But again, probably too early to say what's gonna be happening. Now, Ethereum, guys. Wow, Ethereum had a beautiful pump. Love Ethereum. I think it is so well, and Ethereum is a little bit of a tricky one, and I'm going to show you why. I'm going to go and cancel everything here so you can see very, very well. So you can see basically right now that Ethereum was into a potential support, like a diagonal support, which was coming. It started in 2022. It went up to this way. It broke the level of support from here, and right now is basically has gone and retested this previous support and had a rejection from here. Now, what I'm trying to understand now with ETH, with BTC, and all of that is that remember that we broke this very important level. So theoretically, if they want to, and trust me, the market makers are really very nasty people, what they could be doing, they probably could be doing this, and then even do something like that. Okay, don't think that right now because Ethereum now it looks super bullish, we're gonna go straight in a candle like that. This scenario could happen. Again, doesn't look like it's more likely we're gonna go and reclaim this area around 2,600, 2,500, but at the same time, that's what I can see from here. If you're gonna be able to go with a candle and close about this area, then it's gonna be a different story. We should be able to go higher probably to this point around 3,300, 3,900. But if we're not going to be able to close above here, we are at risk of doing this. Okay. Again, I guess we had to see what happens now with CPI next week and all of that. Solana as well. Solana into a very similar situation. Solana, pumping like crazy, is probably going to approach again this level of previous diagonal support, which now is resistance. So it's going to go and do maybe something like that. Is it going to be able to go and break to the upside and continue higher, or are we going to see another drop and then to continue higher? To be honest, I like to be very cautious when it comes to these games, and that's what enabled me to make more than 7 figures in trading crypto. And what I probably think, I'm always think of a bad scenario. So that's why I'm going to be very careful here not to go and be too bullish about the whole situation. I actually might probably sell some around 200 to 220 because we probably could be at risk of seeing something like this again. But once you're going to be able to break this area, we're going to go, let's say, close above 250, 260, then Solana looks very, very bullish. Like even here, I'm thinking about a target of around $450 to $500 in the medium to like longer term. Another one which is important to discuss as well is total free. Total free, as I told you before, my target is around 1.6 to 1.7 trillion dollars, but at the same time, we had to be a little bit careful. So why we had to be a little bit careful? Because here again, we had a basically the trend got completely destroyed. You can see on the daily chart. I'm gonna go and break it from you. So basically, I was talking about an inverted head and shoulder 2 days ago. If you probably listen to me, you make good money. But at the same time, it's you can see that once we're gonna go to this level, we can also take our fib retracement coming from here. Okay, so the very important level we're gonna take into consideration is gonna be the 0.618 Fibonacci. You can see that basically we had a inverted head and shoulder from here. The inverted head and shoulder broke the neckline. So what we could be seeing from here probably could be like a small retest from this area, continuation, and you can see that the neckline to the head brings you exactly to this point here. Sorry, like that, around the $1 trillion market cap. So once you're going to go to this area, that's going to be a very important point to determine whether we're going to continue to go higher and then probably break a new all-time high. So that's the level we're taking into consideration. Or are we going to see another sell-off incoming? So again, pick and choose. it's it's a little bit tricky, but I mean, looking at Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is going to go to new all-time high, then I probably could be seeing total free to go higher. But once we're going to be able to break this point here around I'll say 1.05, then I can see really us to go higher. But again, not excluding right now a scenario like this and then to continue higher. Very important, guys, to keep your mind open all the time and not get sucked into the narrative too much. Okay, that's very, very important. Now, next one I want to show you, which is very cool as well, is the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, Bitcoin dominance dropping down a little bit, and that's the reason why altcoins are actually pumping. But is it actually the how do I say the Bitcoin dominance going down, or it's just like a short term correction? Well, looking at these guys, we just touched now the 9 EMA, and that could be the initiation of maybe a Bitcoin dominance dropping. Still, you can see that the Bitcoin dominance in February 2021 went as high as 70%, around 70%. And probably I'm expecting that if Bitcoin is going to continue to go probably to 130K to 140K, I could be expecting the Bitcoin dominance to go perhaps to 70% to 71%, and then you're going to see the real alt season coming up. So probably could be a case that we could be see something like that. Bitcoin dominance, maybe another push up to here, and then a final push to the downside. And that's probably when I'm gonna. I know you wanted this, you want to know this, but that's probably when I'm gonna start to get out. The VIP knows already exactly when are we gonna get out. We did like a premium video, and that's what you're gonna get. Much more like educational video, longer videos about this whole thing. And what I'm probably thinking is that once you're going to get to specific levels like this point here or even this point here, that is going to be the right time to get out, because basically that's when altcoins probably going to top, and you have to be very, very careful. Now, last thing I would like to show you today, the last couple of things which in my opinion are actually very important, is going to be two things. Number one is the stock market. Okay, the stock markets, and again, I don't want to be bearish here. I want to keep your mind open. The stock market right now, I mean, it looks good. It looks that we are basically about to break this important level of resistance. But the thing is, what are we doing here? Are we gonna go and break this level straight away and push like the new all-time high, or are we gonna see now a correction incoming, maybe in anticipation of the CPI, like I was saying before? Because I guess if you're going to see a correction, the most likely target, it probably would be around 5,337. And then, of course, crypto and also altcoins should have like a mini correction. But otherwise, again, is this the proper pump and then we're going to go higher like that? Or are we going to see something like this and then to go down? Very difficult to say right now, but I'm a little bit cautious in this area, especially after seeing that we're still below this very important EMA, also with a change of trend. So we will see what is going to happen. And also the next one, which doesn't make me very happy, that I don't like this, to be honest, is this one, the US 10-year Treasury Yield. So why this is going to be super important? Because I'm trying to understand if this is actually like a consolidation phase for a breakout to the upside, or is this actually like a complex head and shoulder? So the complex head and shoulder is basically when you see shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, and then it's going to break down. We're going to go down to this way. Then it's probably going to help the Fed to cut interest rates. We're going to go higher and blah, blah, blah. Or is this on like a basically consolidation phase, and the 10-year is about to go higher because the inflation expectation is going to come higher? So, for example, if we're going to see, for example, like a higher CPI compared to like on Tuesday, it's going to come higher than expectation, this thing is going to go and shoot to the upside. And that's not good, okay? Because when this happens, the inflation expectation is going to come higher again. Of course, lots of institutions are going to go and play defense. So be careful if this is going to happen, okay? So let's monitor CPI. But if CPI comes, of course, lower than expectation, then I could see this one to really have the final blow and probably to continue to go lower. So I think that's about it, guys, for today. And also, as I said before, guys, if you want to know all the targets from, altcoins on request, Solana on request, anything you can think of where you can have direct interaction with myself, come and join us in the VIP. We discuss all of this every single day for you to help, to really help you to navigate this last phase of this crypto market. But otherwise, I really wish you're going to have a great weekend. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to see you very soon.